Hello, Brennan and family. Today we're going to be working on reading comprehension. Since we first started at the reading clinic, we have been working on using our text and pictures to retell our story. With that, today's strategy, we are going to be adding on background information. We learn these strategies so that when we are done reading, we can better understand what we've read. So, for today's strategy, it is called Text Clues and Background Knowledge Addition. Our strategy comes with 3 steps. Our first step is to notice clues about the characters in the text. For example, ask yourself these questions. What's happening and what's in the picture? For example, I see a boy named Jackson. He's smiling, so he must be happy. For our second step, it's to combine clues from the text with what we know about people. So maybe ask yourself some of these questions. What does this make me think about in my life? Has this ever happened to me? Jackson has fallen off a bike. Wow, I've done that. I know when I felt sad, so maybe Jackson feels sad too. For our third step, we will be stating an idea. For example, ask yourself this question. What could happen next using what we know? So let's think about what we already know. We know that Jackson has fallen off his bike. So maybe my stated idea could be he'll hurt himself really bad and he'll have to go get a cast where everyone can sign it. So now that we know what our strategy is, we can start thinking about this as we read. So today we will be reading Mike's Good Bad Day. If you can, I would like for you to grab a piece of paper so that you can write down what you're noticing, what you know, and the ideas that you have. As I read, I will stop a few times to ask questions for you to answer. So let's get right into it. Mike's Good Bad Day. With what we see on our cover page, our title page, what could happen? What might we know about our story? Have you had any good or bad days? Mike was having a bad day. At breakfast, he tripped over Tiger's bowl. Cat food spilled everywhere. I'll clean up, Clumsy, teased his older sister. You need to get on the bus. Thanks, called Mike. At the school library, Mike checked out 8 shark books. Thump, thump, fell the books. He couldn't carry them all. So, what's happening? What do you see? Has this ever happened to you? And what might happen next? I'll give you a chance to think. Need help? Asked Pam. I only have 2 books. Sure, said Mike. Thanks, Pam. Pam carried some of his books back to class. Did you have an idea? Was it right? Time to frost cookies for the class festival this afternoon, said Miss Platt. Take out your frosting. Oh no, said Mike. My frosting's at home. You can use some of mine, said Jose. I have a lot. Mike smiled. Thanks, Jose. The fall festival was here. Mike was carving a pumpkin, then splash! His elbow bumped his orange punch. Have you ever had something spill on you in school? Now you look like a pumpkin, joked Dave. I'll get my soccer shirt, said Dave. You can wear it. Great, thanks, Mike said. Thanks, Dave. What would you have done if you were Dave and Mike? That night, Mike told his mom all that went wrong that day, but he also told her how nice everyone has been. In our picture, what's happening? What might happen next? Just then, Mike heard a crash. His sister tripped over Tiger's bowl. Need help, clumsy? Mike laughed as he came down the stairs. Thanks, said his sleepy sister. Did you think that would be the outcome of the end of our story? So, now that we've read our story, we can now start to discuss what we read. So what did we read? You can take a few minutes to answer. What are some things that you've noticed? What background knowledge did you already know about the characters? Could you relate to how they felt or what happened to them? What are some ideas you had? What were your ideas that would happen? Were they right? I hope that you've had fun learning with me today. Also, remember that all the strategies that we learned during tutoring, we are able to use them outside of our tutoring room as well. I hope to see you for our next bit of fun lesson on word study. I hope that you have had fun learning and that you are able to use these strategies outside of our classroom and also in the classroom with your own teacher. Bye. Aww.